Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We are looking at some really warm temperatures today, close to 60. Now, the record on Long Island for January 4th is 64 degrees. So,
amazing.
Yeah. We'll see. And it's going to be cloudy, rainy. Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of that still today. And I think tomorrow it continues. We'll worry about that tomorrow. But yeah, close to 60. I got a no, actually, I called my. What happened yesterday? See, I like to get the order correct, so then they get credit for it. My parents called me.
Okay.
Then I called them back. See, if I sit here and say I called my parents, they'll be like, "No, we called you
first. Let's
That's
get
right.
it right.
That's
understand.
Right. My mother started her dental work yesterday.
I was thinking about her.
Yeah. So now there's a lot of info here, and I told her straight up. I said, I'm not going to remember all this, but here's the basis of the whole thing. She had 40-year-old dental work that, by the way, this new dentist couldn't believe, was like, who was this person that made this last 40 years? And we had like the greatest dentist of all time back then. You know, my mother still raves about him, okay?
I have one. I had one as well. So I'm totally understanding what you're saying.
His name was Dr. Staub, and he was fantastic, right? So, anyway, they're doing something to my mother's teeth, and I guess an old bridge or whatever, there was a bad tooth connected to an old bridge or something to that effect, and it cracked, and they had to pull it out, and then they said, oh, you're going to need implants, and these teeth, and 3 teeth here, and 1 tooth there.
Mamma mia.
Okay, so she goes yesterday for the first round of what will be probably a year-long ordeal. And they were doing something, either filing a tooth or pulling a tooth out or something, and they cut her tongue. She needed 3 stitches under her tongue, Cande.
Wow.
Is that
Why under her tongue?
I guess they were doing something low down in the mouth, and they cut her underneath her tongue. Now, I made sure to ask the question because she had told me that before the surgery, she was giving them a hard time about something.
Uh-oh.
So I made sure I forget what it was. Maybe it'll come to me.
Oh, you know what we're going to do here?
Yeah.
Well, she's really not paying attention. Cut her tongue.
Yeah, we're going to put a little
3
slice.
stitches. She won't be able to talk so much. Wow.
Yeah, I know what it was. Something about like a replacement while they make her final bridge or whatever, the permanent thing that's going to go in her mouth. They wanted her to pay for a temporary one. She's like, what? She's like, just make me my bridge. I'm not paying you for a temporary and then the permanent, just make me the bridge. And then cut her tongue, Cande.
Oh.
Cut her.
That's very scary.
But she's doing good. Everything's good. First day in the
I don't
books.
like this story at all.
First day in the books.
Hey,
yeah.
she's strong. I would be crying in the bed.
Yes. And side note, my niece Olivia, she had wisdom teeth pulled yesterday.
I remember those days. That's never pleasant.
No, and I mean, I'm sorry, there is no one who had a worse story than me with wisdom teeth.
Oh, well.
You know the story.
Stand in your way. You had them all pulled at once.
All pulled at once. No, not only did they.
I wish I had done that, though. I'm telling you now.
Hang on. They didn't put me out. They didn't even give me Novocaine. Nothing.
What?
Or maybe like a touch of Novocaine. They did. I don't remember getting anything. Maybe they gave me a tiny bit of Novocaine. They pulled the first 2 wisdom teeth out. I passed out. The dentist.
My Lord.
The dentist says, "Should I continue?" And I'm like, "I'm not coming back, so you better finish." I don't know how 15, 16. I don't know how old I was. It was like the week off from school. Maybe it was President's Week or something. I remember watching the whole Planet of the Apes, like 4 or 5 movies in a row, Planet of the Apes that week. That's what I did. I took medicine and
See, I
gauze.
always got knocked out. Now I had I had one removed. It was impacted. I had 2 done at once, and then I had the 4th. So I had it 3 times. I had to go.
Oof.
This.
Yeah.
That's why I say if I knew what I know now, I would have had them all pulled at once.
Yeah. That's.
That being said, Evan's wisdom teeth came in perfectly fine.
Of course they did.
Of course. And Casey, he had one coming in. It was bothering him. They didn't put him out. He was in the chair for maybe 10 minutes. They pulled it out. No problemo.
Unbelievable. Kid's unreal. Your kids are pretty good, Cande.
They're like Superman because I had stitches. Oh, it was awful.
Yep. So anyway, a lot of dental work in my family.
I'm sorry for
going
your
on.
mom, and I wish her a speedy recovery. They better do what she says. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone, whether you're a manager at Wallbaum's or you're a
Do
dentist.
what she says. But I don't blame her. You know, they try to get you going and coming. It's terrible.
Yeah. Cande, switching gears, I watched a bunch of Netflix over the break.
Oh, you're home.
Yes, and I have to give you a few reviews. There's some good shows I watched. It was an 8-episode limited series called Treason, a scripted drama, which I enjoyed very much. So if you're interested.
In there we know?
No, random actors. I don't think there's any, maybe 1 or 2 people, but I don't think so. It was good. It was, an action thing, like 8 episodes or so, called Treason, if you're so inclined. By the way, I'm working my way up because there's one that I'm going to get to. That it's definitely worthwhile. Then I watched a movie called White Noise with Adam Driver. And I only watched it because it was recommended, it was trending, and it is so bizarre. Like, I want you to watch it because I'm not sure what to think of it. As I'm watching, I'm like, what am I watching? And then when I finished, I'm like, did I really like it? And I couldn't stop thinking about it after.
Well,
so,
that says something.
It's called White Noise. It is bizarre. It's a kind of a bizarre movie. There's no way to explain it. So you write that down. White Noise is the movie.
Kind of like what I think I'm hearing right now. Oh,
what listen. I'm doing a service for Long Islanders.
I apologize. I can't help myself.
Do you know how many people go on to their Netflix and aren't sure what to watch? I'm helping people right now, Cande. This is what I do. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I watched Knives Out, the new Knives Out movie, Glass Onion. Yep.
Oh, I wanted to see that Glass Onion. How was it?
Oh, now you're interested.
Now I'm interested. Finally, you hit something I'm interested in.
Worthwhile watching.
Yeah?
Yeah, and by the way, Ed Norton, Kate Hudson. I mean, it's great. Of course, Daniel Craig plays the sleuth, right? So, it's good. It's the second in the series, and it's called Glass Onion. It's worthwhile. Go watch it.
I will.
Okay?
I will. I think I will.
Now, the best one you have to watch. It's called Kaleidoscope. And it's trending. And here's the concept. First of all, I want to say it's 8 episodes. It's either 7 or 8. I think it's 8. It's the concept of this. It's a scripted drama like anything, like an 8-episode drama. But you can watch any episode in any order. As a matter of fact, every person who watches, it's flipped around. Like if you log on to your Netflix, you're going to watch Kaleidoscope in a different order than I watched it in.
That's weird.
Yes. The only catch is there's one episode, the final episode, that everyone watches last. Other than that, all the other episodes are mixed around. So, like, I told my buddy Josh to watch it, and he watched it, and then we were, like, commiserating about how, in what order we watched the series. Like, when did you see this episode? And when did you see this? And by the way, the show is great. And you know who stars in it? You watched Breaking Bad, right? Of course.
Not the whole thing. No, I did not.
Oh, you did? Okay. There's a guy in Breaking Bad. For those who've seen Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, the chicken guy, Gus, who owns the chicken restaurant. He's the star of the show. It's a great action series. and it's called Kaleidoscope, and it's really, the concept is great. It was filmed in such a way you could watch any episode in any order, and the only catch is there's a certain episode that everybody watches last, and that's it.
Interesting.
You got to watch. That's your next viewing option, Kaleidoscope. All right, I'm giving you good recommendation on that one. Okay, we're less than 20 minutes to your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. Going to get up to 59, more clouds, a little bit of rain. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.